It lives in the static. You ready?
Yeah.
Playing in 3, 2, 1. Watch at your own risk. Okay. Everyone, watch at your own risk. You could die. Wait, isn't this kind of similar to the opening of The Inverted Man? I wonder if it's
Last
connected.
year, I
Oh.
purchased a small single-dwelling home in Natalbany, Louisiana. The place was a good buy. It only needed a decent cleaning and a few repairs. I had hoped to turn it into a nice rental for a college student.
Okay, in case you're wondering, Jerry, this isn't a voice actor. This is the actual owner of the channel, Vintage 8. This is
Oh,
his voice.
okay.
I wasn't sure if anyone knew that. Yeah, but this is actually
I
his
did
voice.
not.
Yeah. Alright, in 3, 2, 1. That's a nice cozy little home.
That's the bear's little home.
Not anymore.
From what the seller told me, no one had lived there for over 20 years. She and her husband rented it out at one time, making more trouble than it was worth. The last tenant was more than a little odd, and she was relieved when he left without his deposit.
Oh, probably who that was
After
mentioning.
her husband died, she decided the little place was
Yeah.
better for storing a lifetime of junk. She offered to knock $5,000 off the asking price if I brought her things to the dump myself. And I was happy to make that deal.
That's... Okay, to be honest, some of this stuff looks like it can be salvageable and could sell for a good price, to be honest.
Well, that doesn't matter. What matters is she wants it at the dump.
I could just say I'll take it to the dump and just go behind her back and sell it.
Aaron, that would be dishonest.
Motherfucker, I don't give a shit. It ain't hers anymore.
Right.
Technically, it legally belongs to me since you sold it to me.
Dishonest woman. I don't think you care.
Most of what I found wasn't particularly interesting. Smelly couches, worn down furniture, and rotten towels. I did find some old baseball cards and comic books my kid might like. But the most curious thing was in an old beat up red suitcase.
Oh. That suitcase doesn't look like in that bad of a shape.
It does look beat up.
Yeah, but looks like it still works.
Yeah.
In the suitcase was a VCR, used and unused tapes, and several hard disks. I was surprised at how well kept the contents appeared.
Okay, to be honest, if I find a suitcase that has a VCR in it, I'll be ecstatic. Because I like old things. Like, I've already talked about, I'm starting, like, after I get my new computer, I'm starting collecting old gaming systems, like retro gaming systems. I like retro shit. I would be ecstatic for a VCR. Anyways. Ooh, I like it. blast from the past. Okay, now, that's not a blast from the past. I don't know what that is. The freaking numbers.
If I knew then what I know now, I would have tossed all of it into the trash. But curiosity got the better of me. A buddy of mine who's good with computers got the files off the hard disks. Most of them were just old Word 97 files. Thankfully, I can delete them. I just can't forget them.
I have never used Microsoft Word 97.
You little shit.
What?
Here's the deal. I'm posting videos of what I found on these tapes and discs here on this channel, so that maybe someone watching can help me make sense of what I'm seeing. Afterwards, I'm destroying all of it.
To be honest, Word 97 even exists until now. It lives in the static. Wait, oh, this is kind of interesting because now Vintage 8 is putting himself in his own universe, if you think about it. Because it's his voice.
That's true, but this isn't the first time he has.
Yeah. But I kind of like it. Anyways.
It's nice.
From what I can tell, Randall was keeping a record of what he was experiencing. The numbers on the hard disks matched the numbers on the VHS tapes.
Ah. So that's what the numbers mean, Joey.
And the numbers found throughout the entries appear to be time code. They tell us where to be on the tape and what Randall was doing at that point.
Okay. Oh. My questionable claim to sanity started 2 weeks ago. I was watching TV and it went out. Static, but instead of an actually overpowering hiss, I heard a voice. It was someone asking me for help. The next night it happened again, and the next night, and so on. I finally had enough sense to look at the time, midnight. For a week this went on. I explained a word about it. She didn't really have a clue, so I decided the best thing to do was to record it. And that's when things finally got weird. 1 hour, 3 minutes, 27 seconds. If you go to that point on the tape, you'll find out what I'm talking about. You can hear it, that strange voice, inhuman maybe. Fake, false, wrong.
But I think it's
Warning.
best to just...
Do not follow
Jesus.
the great Dr. Bright on Twitch. Worst mistake imaginable. I repeat, do not
God
follow
damn.
the great Dr. Bright on Twitch.
I need to fix that alert. But thank you so much, Cyber Ninja 041 for following. I appreciate it. Sorry.
start at the beginning.
I've been stuck in this house for a little less than 3 months. This place feels so cramped. It's almost suffocating. It's a prison. Who am I kidding? It's worse than a prison. I pay to live here. I hate this place almost as much as I hate my life. Damn. This poor dude. I don't know why I volunteered to move out. We had a guest bedroom. I could have slept there until the divorce was final. Stupid. I don't know why it had to be all noble. Crystal was the one who cheated. Wow. This just keeps getting worse for the guy. Jesus. My back hurts too. The couch is killing me. I try to sleep in the bedroom, but I always feel like someone's watching me, glaring at me from the shadows. It's like I'm reliving all the worst parts of being a kid. So the house is haunted. Interesting, Jelly.
Why is it interesting?
So you can get some of that gussy.
What?
I still say you can get some of that gussy, you know, ghost pussy.
No. No.
At least I catch some sleep on the couch, and I stress the word some. The little shut eye I get comes at the expensive price of walking with a hunch. Lucky for me, drinking kills whatever the painkillers don't. Oh. If every sentence just makes it become worse for this poor fucker.
Does that mean the lady that sold it basically chased out her ex after cheating and then sold it immediately after?
Guess so. But maybe I'm not sleeping enough. Maybe that's the reason I'm seeing what I'm seeing. That's what a reasonable person might say. So to whoever reads this, I'm not sure you can trust what I'm writing. It is possible that I'm unwell, but I'm not that lucky.
Wait, I think I misunderstood what he put before.
Ow.
He's probably there as in renting because he couldn't live in his home with his wife.
Yeah.
Because they're divorcing. Okay.
Yeah. Alright. My questionable claim to sanity started 2 weeks ago. I was watching TV and it went out, static, but instead of typical obnoxiously overpowering hiss, I heard a voice. It sounded like someone asking me for help. Are we gonna hear the voice? Guess I have it again, and the next and so on. I finally had enough sense to look at the time. Midnight. For a week, this went on. I asked Eleanor about it. She didn't really have a clue, so I decided the best thing to do was record it. Oh wait, this is just a zoomed in of what I read earlier. I just realized it. I'm a fucking idiot. Well, that's unfortunate.
Notice the top quality of the taste at the dinner table. Piggly Wiggly, serving our area for 10 years. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street, and proud sponsor of high school and college athletics.
Dress up, fix up, and power up your automobile or motorcycle, old or new, at Wheels & Company. We offer the highest quality products in the constantly changing accessory aftermarket. Wheels & Company is your source for Euro taillights, graphics, audio, nitrous, exhaust, raising or lowering your car or truck, everything for interior and exterior. Wheels & Company.
Congratulations on promoting a project I could care less about. Can we get a good show on how to cook up freshly killed mutant Tangy virus monsters?
I think they're showing a shrimp thing.
Yeah.
Nope.
Talk to me. I can hear you. I see you there sitting on the couch. Just say hello. That's all I ask. It's been so long since I had someone to talk to. Please talk to me.
No.
Please. I don't have a lot of time. I promise I don't want to hurt you. If you change your mind, I'll be back here tomorrow.
And is your only stop for Cajun-style seafood and gumbo. Locally owned and operated, Cafe Louisiane brings you the lion's share with its massive po' boys and large helpings of boudin balls.
But that wasn't
Joe Wilson and his
terrifying.
Staff will deliver to your office as well as cater your.
Can the TV see me? I didn't answer it. I was too scared. I never had a television talk directly to me before. I didn't think it worked that way. Food Bear needs a better life. I passed out shortly after. I woke up. I immediately reviewed the tape. I was hoping to find it different than I remembered. I didn't. I had a strange dream last night. It was a part memory and part fantasy. I was having dinner with Crystal and Benny. I brought home a pizza. We were so happy, smiling ear to ear. That was the fantasy. Crystal rarely smiled toward the end, especially after I lost my job. But who can blame her? After Dunnington Construction imploded, no one would touch me. Yesterday I was a vice president of sales, and today I'm a nobody. I can't get a job flipping burgers. I'm poison. I'm a walking, talking plague. Oh, Dunnington
That means he
Construction.
was high ranked, but also not in a spot where they would have given him any useful information.
Yeah. But Dunnington Construction was also used by that I group.
Yeah, he wouldn't have known. He
Uh,
was a VP of sales.
yeah.
He would have known no insider information, just sales information.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. I have his time and no one to talk to. My entire world is dusty old couch. I love to talk to someone about the main man in the TV. Maybe if someone would listen, I wouldn't hear it. Wait, what was that? Random person. You ever get a notification you got gifted to a streamer you didn't know existed? Yeah, that happens. I really need to get it together. 2 hours, 14 minutes. Food that I probably will never eat.
Randall.
Okay.
Randall. Why won't
Randall?
you talk to me?
Randall's named the character that's doing the
Oh,
tapes.
You think
Randall.
I'm real, do you? I can help you if you let me.
What?
I'll tell you what. I'll help you. And then maybe you can help me. You need money, right? Go to the Best Stop gas station on the corner of Thomas and Williams. Be there between 2 and 2:30. If you wait later, it'll be too late. Buy 3 lottery tickets from
It's 3 minutes, seconds, then milliseconds. I think about it. Guinea pig! Oh, look at that little guinea pig.
Didn't that same ad pop up during the mosquito murder?
Yeah.
Okay.
I parked in front of the Best Stop at gas station at 1:50. I sat in my car watching the time. Can't lie, I was embarrassed. Was I going to listen to the damn television? Good God, is this my life now? Oh. Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Also, I think I'm just gonna do more analog horror tomorrow. You up with that, Jerry?
Yeah.
Mainly because it's kind of hard to find really good creepypasta stories now. And the ones that are really good are like super fucking long. Which means I like read one story per stream, so yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. Tick tock, tick tock. I must have sat in that car for 30 minutes. It probably looked like I was going to rob the darn place. I'm surprised no one called the cops. Someone probably should have. Oh. Finally, some sense kicked in. This is crazy. I'm here. What was the worst thing that could happen? Any TV would laugh at me or something. This is just a couple of bucks, right? Right. Besides, I was craving a honey bun. I've actually never had a honey bun.
I consider them to taste. I'm sure some people will be angry at me for saying this, but I think they taste horrible, way too sweet, way too dry. And even if you microwaved it to get the liquid to soak into the bun, it would still be too dry
Damn.
and too sweet.
That's fair. Yeah, I did just as TV said. I bought 3 tickets. First 2 were losers. The third scored me $500. Holy crap, that just happened. The guy behind me in line bought 4 of the same tickets. I guess these scratch-offs were meant for him. Oh, fuck You bitch! It's my money now. Can't lie, it was both thrilling and scary. Does this prove I'm not crazy? I guess it does, but then I probably shouldn't get ahead of myself. I drove to the second gas station, a quick stop. I bought 3 more tickets. The first one made $35. The second was a free ticket. The third was for $300. I won $835. That was a short, 5 short of what the TV said, but still nothing to sneeze at. As I walked to my car, I remember what the TV said. Watch where I was walking. I did just that. I found $5 rolling on the pavement, just under my car door. 8:40. The TV got it exactly right. I guess it's gonna have to talk to this thing after all. 3 minutes, 59 seconds, 17 milliseconds. I'm saying milliseconds because, like, the 17 goes, like, really fucking fast. Like, faster than seconds, so. See? I think it's minute, seconds, milliseconds. I think.
Randall. You think we can talk now?
No.
Come on, Randall.
I'll be honest,
See that
if TV deity got me a buttload of money, I'd probably listen.
Yeah, but I also get the feeling it's gonna ask for stuff that's,
As long
bit
as
of
no one
issue.
dies, I don't care.
But what if it asks for human? On one hand, Eldritch
Well, then I
Horror.
won't do it.
Random person, on one hand, Eldritch Horror, on the other, $20.
Well, it sounds like random person would be easier to sway than me.
Yeah.
At least remember your manners.
Bitch.
What could a simple thank you hurt?
Fuck you. Reply to 4 minutes, 19 seconds, 24 milliseconds. I gave it what it wanted. I said thank you. I regretted it the moment that the words left my stupid mouth. $3 is a beef frozen seasoning. I'll take it.
You are very welcome, Randall. No one deserves the kind of luck you've had, my friend.
You can see me? My life? How?
I see everything. It just doesn't do me any good. But it can do good for you.
So what, you gonna give me the winning lottery numbers or something?
I can't do that.
Why?
Why? Because whatever numbers I give won't show up. I'm sure you know that it's rigged. But maybe I can get you a job. Make your life the way it should be. Make your life the way that it was.
And what do you want? I want a person.
Right to the point. I like that. What do I want, Randall? I want food.
Random person. I'm an Eldritch monster, but the lottery will even scam me. The tape broke, I'm gonna fix it and upload the rest of the video ASAP. It took a little finesse, but managed to fix the tape. Feed me Seymour! I watched both the play and the movie. You're welcome to the takeout I bought. How does this work? How do I feed you?
My diet requires something a little fresher.
Pressure? What the
Oh,
hell does that
you're
mean?
right.
Raw. Yeah.
No, I mean still breathing.
So what? You want some kind of animal or something? Is that what you want?
Animals work in a pinch, and I need something more
Told you.
involved.
Not sure what you want from me.
Maybe your ex-wife would do. She cheated anyway.
Yes, Randall. You're embarrassing yourself. You know exactly what I'm asking for.
I can't do that. That's crazy. That's wrong.
Maybe, but it can be so right for you. The
Just
more
saying the
you eat,
ex-wife cheated
the more
and
you
kind of
succeed.
took their home and then
Yeah.
made money off of it, I bet, while he got nothing out of the divorce besides a drinking problem.
Random person, it's implying it wants a human. It wants to eat a human.
And I may be implying that his ex-wife would be an okay human.
Yeah. Oh wow, it's speedrunning and manipulation here. Yeah.
The more I can help you.
No, my life is garbage, but I'm not going to hurt somebody just so I can have it better. I'm not a killer. Besides, this is probably just a figment of my imagination, a symptom of me losing my damn mind.
You aren't losing your mind, Randall. You've been given an opportunity that most people would kill for.
You are asking me to kill for it.
You
Yeah.
don't have to do anything but bring them here. I'll do the rest.
It's always be a killer. I'll get you some chickens. That's the best I can do. Take it or leave it.
That's not the best you can do, Randall.
You said it would work in a pinch. Well, it's better than being hungry, right?
Fine, Randall. We drive a hard bargain.
Good, I'll get the chickens tomorrow.
Thank you, Randall. As a token of our new partnership, let me give you another tip. Tomorrow, go to the Independence Gold Dollar Casino. Be there at 6:05 p.m. Find the Lucky Ladies video poker machine. It'll be the machine in front of the bathroom. A dark-haired man will be playing on the machine. You'll see his name, Ralph, written on his uniform. Be patient. His luck is about to run out. When he gets up to go to the ATM, take his seat. Play $20, and you will win 1,000.
Oh. The voice left after that. I was alone, but it didn't feel that way. I could live with it eating chickens, but people, that's too much. We did some questionable crap at Dunnington Construction, but I never drifted into monster territory. Okay, so he did know.
He knew some things, but I doubt all of it.
Yeah, so there were some things he did know that Dunnington Construction did. Chicken feed. This is actually a really interesting analog war. I woke up late, my cell phone was ringing, it was Benny. Damn, I miss Benny. I answered and we talked for what seemed like a minute. He said he missed me and wanted to know when I was coming home. Breaks my heart. Aw, Benny misses his dad.
Instead of being with Dad, he's with the bitch.
Why do we get the feeling the mom's gonna take the phone?
Probably. She is a cheater.
He told me that his mom has a new friend. I asked who, but he doesn't know. He only comes over when Benny is supposed to be asleep. Unfortunately, he doesn't recognize his voice or call his name. Crystal calls him Honey. Funny, she used to call me Honey. Damn.
Okay, so she isn't selling the house, she's just using it to sleep around more, which is not a bad thing if you're already divorced, but aren't they in the middle of divorcing?
I think they're fully divorced now.
Okay. Then it doesn't matter, but it is iffy to do that in the same house your kid's sleeping in. They know.
When Crystal told me she was having an affair, she never mentioned who she was having an affair with. She only grinned. Like she knew it was going to hurt when I found out. Oh, that bitch. Throw her to the man in the aesthetic. Crystal snatched the phone from Benny mid-conversation. I fucking called it. She nagged me for tuition money I don't have, money she knows I don't have. And when I tried to reply, she ended the call. Typical weekday for me at this point. Oh well, it was time to get on with the day anyway. Throw the bitch to the static.
So she doesn't let him talk to his kid, but she does tell him money, 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 money.
Yeah. Random person says, sacrifice! I also carried another message. I told him I didn't care if things went to hell. He still owed me for the money he made off of me. I got him his start with Dunnington. He built a firm off of that. Time for him to pay up. Time for him to help me get joint custody of Benny. No.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
He probably won't.
Yeah.
I bet he's honey.
Ooh, yeah. Typical lawyer.
That wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. Typical lawyer only answers when it's good for him. I went to feed and seed and bought 6 chickens. I hope this is enough. Part of me is curious on how this is actually going to work. Is it just a voice in the TV, right? Oh, are we going to see the voice actually eat? I got the chickens home. I went to the Golden Dollar, found the Lucky Lady's machine, and then waited for Ralph to get up. Ralph ran out of money, then got up for the ATM. So far, so good. I sat down and played $20, hit straight flush, and won an easy 1K. Everything happened just like the voice said it would again. Ralph took it pretty hard. I could tell he was pretty upset. Can't blame him, but screw him. It's not like he can do anything about it. Besides, I'm pretty sure I need it way more than he does. Damn.
You know, he's right. After all, if Ralph is addicted to gambling, if he did win it, he would just gamble it away again.
Go see by the end of this. Oh my gosh, Luna. Yeah. I had an addiction once, but I got over it. Anyways. At night, I set up the chickens in little pens and left them in the living room. Afterwards, I fixed a drink and waited. At midnight, the voice came back. 10 minutes, 24 seconds, 29 milliseconds. Food! Food. Cheery.
Potatoes, cauliflower, and
Pasta!
yes, pasta. The shrimp again. Oh, goodbye, shrimp.
Thank you, Randall. I will enjoy this.
Oh? What the fuck? That's not creepy at all. Television glowed unnaturally bright. The static appeared to spill out of the television into the room. I backed into the kitchen. I knew better not to touch whatever that was.
Goodbye, chickens.
Goodbye, cocks.
No, they were hens.
And all suddenly, it receded, the pins remained, but the chickens were gone. Oh, they weren't exactly gone. They were in the television with it. I knew what was going to happen next. I just didn't know how it was going to happen. He's my water.
Hen sounding more and more distressed. Okay, yeah.
And the static turns red. Very red. Can't lie, as I listened to that thing chew, I felt quite a bit of guilt for these poor chickens, but better them than me. You gobbled up them cocks.
Thank you.
Hens! They weren't cocks. They'd have to be males. They were ladies.
A sensible person would have gotten off this crazy train. Unfortunately for me, I'm not that sensible person. I needed to bring in more chickens, but not before asking the most obvious question. What the hell are you?
Doesn't matter, Randall.
Well, it matters to chickens, and it definitely matters if you plan on chewing on me at some point.
Fair enough, Randall. Fair enough. You're safe. I promise. I wouldn't take anything from you unless you gave it to me willingly. I'm just a simple thing, really. I want what I can't have. The thing that I no longer have. That thing we all take for granted until it's
Life?
taken from us. Life. And when you're dead, Randall, nothing tastes sweeter.
Well, you got it correct, Cheery.
Well, of course.
Dead men tell tales. Not dead men tell no tales. Dead men tell tales. So you were a human at one time.
Of course, Randall. What did you think? That I was a demon or something? Yeah.
I mean, you probably are now.
I was human. I had a family, wife, 2 kids. I even had this great job at the bank. President of Kate's Crossing Bank and Loan. That seems like another person at this point. I was a big deal in Kate's Crossing. John D. Bankston. I was a big shot. I had the best cars, the best house, and the best neighborhood. I belonged to the best clubs and was a member of the town's most important charities. I was on track to be mayor one day. I even married the girl everyone wanted. It was perfect. Or at least I thought so. What I didn't know was that my wife had another life. Drugs and gambling debts. Cheating on me with the neighbor. I would have never known if his wife hadn't told me. Seems she stumbled onto them fooling around. She decided to leave him, and thought I should know who I was living with. Of course, I didn't believe it at first. In those days, people
I
weren't
think I get why
so
he's
connected.
put his hand out to Randall He sees himself in Randall.
Yeah. I'll get going. Have fun watching. See you. See you. Alright,
Have
see ya.
fun, Luna.
Have fun, Luna. I'll be guzzling on some cocks later.
You mean hens. Let's be honest, the ones they typically fry up are the hens. The ones that guy bought were hens. The one the static guy ate were hens. I know you like saying cocks more, but they weren't.
What makes you think I'm talking about hens?
Probably talking about fried chicken or something.
Let me see if I can talk about fried chicken.
Right. You do not have any naughties. You're asexual. You're the type of asexual that does not have any interest in any form of naughties. You're just foul-mouthed.
Anyways, back to the video.
It was easier to hide our dirty deeds. So I hired someone to poke around my life. Everything I was scared to be true was true. Truer than the made-up life in my head. It was like I didn't know this person at all. I confronted her, and she didn't even deny it. She told me I was a fool, and I got what I deserved. Turns out my perfect life was a perfect lie. And everyone in town knew. They just laughed behind my back. I was humiliated. I wasn't a big shot. I was a big joke. So I took what I thought was the easy way out. I ate a bullet, Randall. And I've been paying for it ever since.
So this is what death is like?
It's different for everyone. But I'll tell you this. How we die is way more important than how we lived. Life is short. Death is much longer. Matters more.
How are you able to see the future?
Death gives you insight into the future. Into things you can't change. Only the living can do that.
Why are you helping me?
Because you can help me. And you remind me of myself.
Ah, you're right.
Maybe together we can use each other and make this unfair world a little fairer. At least for you and me. How does that sound, Randall? Can we sacrifice a few chickens for a small chance at happiness? For a chance to win? Don't you want to see your son again? Stop hiding behind painkillers and alcohol? And this thing with Crystal. I see how it is. She wins. No judge will give you joint custody of your son. You're a disgrace. But I can change that. We don't have to let her win. We don't have to let her do to you what happened to me. So what do you say, Randall? Can we be friends?
As long as we stick to chickens, then fine, we can be friends.
That's really wonderful, Randall. It's been too long since either one of us had a friend. And now for my part. Tomorrow, at 8:34 p.m., go back to the casino in Independence. Bring $5 with you. Play the machine to the right of the one you played today. You will win $600.
Once again, I was alone. I know this is a bad idea. I can't trust this thing, but I need the money. That's why Gary won't call me back. He knows I'm broke.
God damn.
Fucking lawyers.
Gary is such a quote-unquote friend.
Oh shit! I actually skipped. Okay, so hold on. Okay, I know it was in the 30-minute area. There we go. I accidentally clicked. My bad. Is it playing? No, it's not. Now, if you won't take me on as a client, a little money will at least help me get a halfway decent lawyer. I can't let Benny down. I've done that enough. I was ready to lay down and die, but here's an opportunity to win against Crystal, to get a piece of my life back. And if Voice is right about that, at least, how can I say no to that? If it gets out of hand, I can always quit. Go find a new place. But until then, it's just a few chickens. I have a feeling at some point it's gonna get a human. Free money, bitches! I stopped by the library to check out the Voice's story. Everything checked out, every detail. I should feel better about dealing with this thing, but I don't. The scary part is that it probably knows I'm here trying to catch it in a lie. Makes me wonder, me being here, is that part of its plan? Same routine. I bought the chickens, then went back to the casino. I did exactly as instructed and won $600. Can't lie, a guy could get used to this. It was Ralph watched me from the ATM. He looks pretty mad, and it looks like it looks like a kill. It'd probably be a dead man. Just like I said the other day, screw him. I need it more, much more. I tried Gary again, no reply. I even told him I solved my money problems, still nothing. So I tried him at work. Apparently Gary is barely in the office these days. His assistant gave me some runaround about a big chase or something.
Yeah, I think I was right. He's fucking the ex-wife.
Yeah. So yesterday I left the chickens in their pens and waited. Most people buy these things to lay eggs or keep as pets. I'm feeding mine to my TV. Nope, still sounds crazy, doesn't it? Chicken ASMR.
I wouldn't call it ASMR.
Yeah. I'm going to say it, but I didn't feel the same level of guilt over the chickens this time. Free money does that to a guy, I guess. You think you can join us a little less?
Randall. We'll understand when you're dead.
This comment doesn't really help our situation, does
I'm
it?
sorry. That wasn't a threat. I meant that literally.
Yeah, well, how about we keep talking about my mortality to a minimum?
Of course. You were the boss. That hit the spot, Randall. Do you think I could have 10 chickens tomorrow?
Yeah, sure, whatever you want. That's a lot of chickens.
Good. I like that. Tomorrow, same casino, 5 p.m. Bring $10. Play the machine by the entrance. You'll win 500. But don't leave. We'll have a waffle next door. I hear they're delicious. Go back around 7:30. Play the machine next to the ATM. Put in a 20, and you'll win another 1,000. See you tomorrow, Randall.
I wonder why the static turns red when it eats. I have my ideas, and I'm probably right. I'd rather not ask and just assume. Yuck, weird. I never would have thought about dying would make someone so bloodthirsty. I hate it. Yeah. Get used to this. It'll be hard on chickens, but free money is the easiest thing to get used to. Probably a little too easy to get used to. I can't fall into that trap. I need a plan, a good plan for once. First things first, get back on my feet, clean up, maybe find a steady job, get joint custody of my kid. Yeah, that's a solid plan. That's a plan I can stick to. For Benny. Yeah, for Benny. Notice Ralph at the casino again. Somebody has a problem. He didn't look any happier to see me than the last 2 nights. Maybe less so. Imagine he's tired of seeing me leave a winner while he hangs around an ATM like a loser. Been there, it sucks, but it could be worse. You could be one of the chickens. Ha.
That's fair.
After I hit the first time, I saw Ralph march for the door. Sorry to see someone on a winning streak when you're in a slump. It's crappy, but it made me chuckle more than it should have. I get the feeling Ralph was gonna follow him home one day.
I think so too. I mean, he's not forcing Ralph to lose, but
Yeah.
Ralph doesn't see it that way. He's angry at everyone who wins because he's not winning.
Yeah. And just as promised, I left a 2-time winner. The waffle was as good as the voice said. Might go back this weekend. I bet Benny would love one. Aww. For myself something from the top shelf tonight. Why not, right? My luck has definitely changed. Time to enjoy myself for once. Entry 062520 ends before the chickens were sacrificed. Casino really open near my house. I should go. Don't go to a casino. It's a scam. You're gonna lose more money than you're gonna win. Trust me. Also, there's no tape or disc labeled 062620 Inertial Collection. I would have thought much about it, but the beginning of 062720 strongly suggested that I was missing something. I don't care about the game, but I want the food. Okay, that's fair. I'm not sure how well casino food is.
It depends on the casino, I would imagine.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm a murderer. I mean, it was self-defense, but I helped to kill that man. Now I have to do it again. But maybe it's lying. Can I take that chance with my own kid? Ralph followed him home. A Sunday brunch buffet. Ah. Of course I can. I won't, and it knows that. I couldn't keep that tape of or floppy in the house. I buried them. I had to. The static turned red when I ate the chickens, but it was different when it had a human. At least now I know why the static turns red. Regardless, it felt like having someone's remains in the house. It didn't feel right, so I had to bury it. It was at least I could do. To erase this, if you want to know what happened, go to the 4th column of the south side of the house. I buried the tape and floppy under 2 feet of dirt. So we're gonna see Ralph die, basically. Wait. Oh, the static's getting red. You notice that?
Yeah.
Hopefully the water's on the outside, not the inside.
No, it looked like inside.
Found 2 tapes and a floppy. The tapes and floppy were exactly where Randall said they would be. It didn't take long to notice that they were different than the others. Wonder why I stopped voice acting here. It smelled like a dead body. I cleaned them up as best as I could. Honestly, I was surprised the tape still played. My buddy had a hard time getting documents off the floppy, but thankfully he managed. It tastes like chicken. I thought humans taste like pork.
Humans apparently do taste like pork. But people like saying it tastes like chicken.
Poor chickens, they're hanging around like tomorrow is gonna be like just like it was today. They don't know that in a few hours they'll be gone. What gets that slice? None of us really know when the end is coming. Except apparently the dead. So apparently it looks different when a human gets eaten. I wonder how different. Just like
My
that.
head hurts, so I don't really care that much how different.
Jerry, you're roboting.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I wonder if it's just me. Hold on, I'll be back. Alright, Jerry, can you say something?
Hey,
Okay, it apparently it fixed itself when I left. What the fuck?
are you okay?
Yeah. So what did you say?
That I don't really have a preferential care on if it looks different or not.
Gotcha. Just like that, they are gone, lost into the static.
Randall, don't be rude. You should answer the door.
Answer the door? What are you talking about? It didn't answer, just kept chewing, but sure enough, someone eventually knocked on the door. You might want to hold off on the chewing. You don't need to creep anyone out. Lord knows I don't need any more problems. I must have agreed because it went silent. Guess at the window and saw a beat-up old truck. What the hell? My first thought was that someone had the wrong address or something. I opened the door. I was surprised to find Ralph staring back. He threw a punch, cracked me right in the jaw. I hate to say it, but I dropped like a sack of potatoes. He pulled a gun in and pointed it right between my eyes. Ralph called me a cheater, demanded every penny I won at the casino. I didn't answer fast enough. He took back the back of the gun, hit me across my right arm. That hurt worse than a punch to my face. Right again, he demanded the money. I pointed to my wallet in the kitchen table, quickly emptied my winnings into his pocket. Leaned over, placed the gun against my jaw. Ralph wanted to know how I was picking the winning machines. Should have said something else, did something else, but I didn't. I pointed toward the TV. I'm such a coward. He walked towards television, greedy to find whatever he thought was pointing toward. Ralph was careful, though. Kept his gun on me. Ralph asked me what I was pointing at, only I didn't get the chance to answer him.
He was pointing at me, Ralph.
I'll never forget Ralph's face as he said, "Did the TV just say my name?" That was the last thing he said before a red static flooded the room. Bye-bye, Ralph. When the static retreated back into Vita, all that was left of him was the gun and the money. Thanks, I guess. I had to hear a loud crunch, what I saw was a lot worse. Wait, what?
What's going on? What the heck just happened to me?
Okay, that's different. You killed him.
Don't worry, Randall. He's not quite dead. But he's not exactly alive either. He's a part of me now. His soul is trapped in me. It gives me power.
Can you let him go?
One day. But not today.
Someone's gonna come looking for him. They're gonna find his truck, arrest me. Then how are you gonna get fed? You think of that?
Tonight, 2:40 a.m. Bring the car a mile up the road. You'll come to Hilltop Road on your right. It's a dirt road. Take it. At the end of it, you'll find a lake. Drive to the side near a small tree. That is the deep side of the lake. No one will find the truck for 68 years. Then walk back. Make sure you're off the road at 3 a.m., 3:28 a.m., and 4:05 a.m. That's when someone driving might notice you. No one will ever know what happened to poor Ralph.
So stupid he set this up. You could see it. You knew this would piss him off, and he'd come here.
Of course I did, Randall. I told you what I needed. Chickens only work in a pinch. If it helps, think of Ralph as another chicken, because he sure as hell didn't see me coming.
Did you see that coming? No more chickens, no more anything?
I did, and I understand. This isn't for everyone. But you should know, my friend, that Benny is going to die next week. And I'm the only thing that can save him.
You're lying.
Have I lied yet, Randall?
How? Tell me.
If you want to know that, then you're going to have to feed me.
But you owe me for the sacrifice.
I told you how to dispose of the car. We're even.
Not feeding you another person.
Suit yourself. Think about it. I'm not going anywhere. Am I?
Feed her. Feed it, your ex-wife.
God damn. It knows how to get someone to not toss it, doesn't it?
Yep. Italian food in the making. Free costs too much. At 2:40 a.m., I did as instructed. I disposed of the car and walked back. I ducked into the draining ditches at appropriate times, and by 5:20 a.m., I was back on my couch like nothing ever happened, just exhausted. And it was a vivid nightmare. Well, more like a recollection. Recollection, really. I was in my old office, living like a king in the world, and then I got a phone call. The phone call that ruined my life. The phone call that ruined all of our lives at Dunnington Construction. Now, it was scary. He heard the news before I did. An accident appeared at Keats Crossing High. The ceiling collapsed. 8 died. Many more were injured. We finished that building no more than 4 months ago. This was a nightmare.
Oh.
Damn. No, come on, cold sweat. Sometimes your own past is scarier than the best horror movie. Right now, I have a real horror movie that I needed to deal with. sat around all day, drinking, staring at the empty television screen. The hell have I got myself into? I killed a man, I'm a murderer, the tape is all that's left of Ralph. I at least need to do a decent thing, bury him. I'll do that tomorrow. I thought all day on what to do, then in the day, it came back.
Randall. Randall. Why so glum, chum?
Go to hell.
Ouch. Temper, friend.
We're not friends.
Careful. Don't insult the only thing that can save your son.
I'm not a killer.
Tell that to Ralph. I'll tell you what. I'll make this a little easier for you. There's a woman who'll be at the downtown lounge in Cades Crossing. She'll be sitting at the bar alone at 11 p.m. Buy her a Long Island iced tea. Get her talking about her ex-husband. Believe me, she won't shut up about it. After she finishes the first drink, she'll get you to buy her a second. Tell her about your situation with Crystal. And by midnight, she'll be putty in your hands. And before you say you can't do it, she's a murderer. That ex-husband she's complaining about, she poisoned him and got away with it.
Oh.
She deserves to be on the menu. But if you think her life is worth more than Benny's, well, I'll leave that up to you, my friend.
God damn.
Easiest solution. Singer. That was the guy from fucking Children with the Black Eyes.
Yep.
Wow. Well, he killed himself.
They said.
Oh, right, yeah, it was mainly the child who killed him. That's right. I remember. Alright. You could tell all I wanted to avoid him that pissed him off. Made sure to tell me that What do I do? Well, like it said, it's my son or her. I guess the choice was already made. I've approached a few women at the bar when I was younger. It was never easy, and I never had any luck. I always said something stupid, but this was easy. Wendy was her name. She looked like a Wendy. She was funny, sweet, playful. My gut told me she was a decent person. My gut has always had garbage instincts. It is, the voice suggested, and within an hour we were headed back to my home. Heading back to it. We talked about old movies and good old days, the whole ride back. I'm surprised she didn't notice how nervous I was. My palms were so damn sweaty, felt like I was oozing through my shirt. God, I had to look suspicious. I was a predator now. What happened to Keats Crossing High? I could always explain that way. I to myself, just like Ralph, I could still feel like a decent guy that just ended up in a bad situation. After tonight, I won't be able to say that ever again. I got 2 miles from my house when I came to red light, the last red light before we'd be in front of the television. If it would have been green, I probably would have went through it, maybe, but there was something about the way she smiled. It looked innocent, so I turned around. I told her I was starting to feel... Huh?
Sorry.
You're gonna say
I was
something?
just gonna say, she's not innocent.
Yeah. I told her I was starting to feel a little off, and took her for some late night coffee. We talked about nothing for a few more hours, then I brought her to her car. She gave me her number, and then I went home. Yeah, well, the man in the stack is gonna be pretty pissed.
Yeah.
Unsurprisingly, it was waiting for me.
I am very disappointed in you, Randall.
I bet you are.
You traded a murderer's life for your son's. I hope you can live with that.
I think you're lying. That woman wasn't a killer, but you are.
But you killed with your actions, your greed. You took money meant for a high school. You paid off Singer. You paid off inspectors. You were part of the wheel that killed those people. You are every bit as nasty as me, my friend.
Yeah, I was talking, but there should have been enough to do the job. It was other people. They got too greedy. That's not just on me. I won't have sacrificed the project.
Is that what you tell yourself to feel better? I tell you what, Ram. I can get you in touch with any of those parents that lost a child. You tell them what you just told me, and let's see if they agree that you were innocent. If they do, I'll act as your magic 8-ball till the day you die. What do you say?
I couldn't say anything. It was right. God help me, it was right.
I take your silence as you agree. No point lying to yourself, Randall. Everything you hate about me are all the qualities you hate about yourself. Your afterlife isn't going to be much different from mine, so you might as well enjoy the ride.
I can change.
But I can see the future, and I already know that you don't.
You thought you were gonna get Wendy, but you didn't. You don't see anything. Everything.
I've been wondering about you, Randall. Something about you doesn't quite make sense, does it?
You're wondering why I'm sitting here listening to you. Yeah, me too.
As much as you say you hate her, you still love Crystal, don't you?
No, yeah, I mean, it's complicated, you know that. She's my wife, she's the mother of my kid, I can't just shut that off, even if she has. I could see what it was doing, it was fishing, picking at things it knew would hurt me, trying to find something it could use against me.
What if I told you I could help you get her back? You could be a family again.
No, that's not possible.
When you can predict the future, anything is possible. I can get you money. I can get you a job. I can get you her.
No, you're wrong. She filed for divorce. She's moved on.
Why have you never asked me who he was? Who she left you for?
Look, right now I need to think about saving my son.
You know what?
I would like to comment that I was right in that she's literally still sleeping around even during the divorce. It's not after the divorce, like you said, it's during.
Wow.
She's just a cheater.
Yep.
I don't mind giving a freebie to a friend. The guy that Crystal's with is Gary. That's why he hasn't returned your calls. He's been too busy hooking up with your wife.
It can't be true.
Then why does it feel like it is?
I never felt so angry. Never. I did a lot for Gary. I consider him a friend. I helped to make him what he is. How could he do this to me?
I tell you what, Randall. Bring him here. I'll take good care of him. You'll feel better, and I'll tell you how to save your son. All you have to do is listen.
Not much time left. I could get used to this. First told me an old friend, Andy Matthews from my Dunton days, was a manager at Kate's Crossing Housing and could get me on. All that I needed to do was call, so I did. Andy said he could use someone like me and asked me to come and interview on Monday. I couldn't believe it. Maybe this voice isn't so bad after all. I spent Sunday prepping for an interview, prepping as in drinking the day away. I think I got a little ahead of myself and started celebrating a little too early. The interview went well. Andy made me feel like an old friend, so fingers crossed, so far sacrificing Gary has been just the best. It's been a few days since I've written, but I have good reasons for that one. One, I got the job. Finally, I have an excuse to get up in the morning. Gonna be an assistant manager at Kate Crossing Housing. The money isn't what I was making before. Everything went to hell, but it's a hell lot better than nothing. Right now, I'm stuck in orientation, but I can see a future here. Decent future. Better than I deserve. Much better. And he started as my assistant before I got him into sales. Solid guy, a real closer. We made a lot of money together before he finally moved on to CCH. Lucky bastard, Andy got out of Dunnington a few years before everything fell apart. I guess this makes me lucky too. Andy's the head guy here. He didn't care about the stink over my head. He gave me a second chance. But to be fair, if Andy stuck around, he'd have the same stink. It might have been even worse for him. He's a little younger. He got more road ahead of him than someone like me. I imagine he realizes that. Made it a little harder to say no. Screw it. I'll take whatever break I can get. The reason is that I'm still trying to figure out how to live for myself. What happened to Ralph was an accident. Gary, on the other hand, sure as hell wasn't. And honestly, it's been a lot easier than I thought it would be, but Gary deserves to be trapped in the static inside that thing. If anyone cares to know, yeah, I am smiling as I write this. I know it's wrong, God help me. I know it's very wrong, but it feels so damn satisfying. Regardless, Gary has no one to blame but himself. If it wasn't for me, Gary would have been a 2-bit lawyer handling elder law on the poor side of Kate's Crossing. I gave him a shot at the big time me. Hell, I taught him how to think like a winner. I showed him how to make money. It's one thing to ignore me, but you don't have to take another man's woman. You can never do that. You break the rules, and when you break the rules, you pay the consequences. I say good riddance. I'm happy to trade his garbage life for my son's. And my book, that's a win. That's one everyone can agree on. Okay. If you're wondering about Gary's final moments, check near the west side of the tree. That one near the drainage ditch. That's where I left him, unceremoniously forgotten. Damn. Mr. Barker stopped by to pick up his rent money. He seemed a little put off to find me digging a hole on his property. Thankfully, he didn't ask too many questions because, let's be honest, I don't have too many to give. I guess if push comes to shove, I could tell him I have a problem with television and let nature take its course, so to speak. Once again, the tape and floppy were exactly where Reynolds said they'd be. Fair, yeah. So what are these floppies? There to call them. I found these in bad shape. They smelled awful, looked worse. I cleaned them up, and thankfully they still worked. Let's take out the trash. How did he lure Gary to his house? I don't wonder. The voice made it easy. It told me to call Gary and leave a simple message. A message that Gary couldn't resist returning. Oh? Told Gary that I couldn't live with the guilt of what we did at Dunnington, and I was going to confess. Tell the police about how we stole hundreds of thousands of dollars, cut corners in the build, and the kicker. I was going to give them names, our names, Singer, Gary, the entire front office, contractors, inspectors, and whoever else I could find in my book of contracts. I even plan to walk them through how we got our subcontractors to take the blame, step by crooked step. Basically, I was going to throw away everything he worked so hard to cover up. Wouldn't you know it, he called me in less than 10 minutes. That's a record, I think. He played with me, begged me, it was embarrassing for him, I quite enjoyed it, but I convinced him my mind was made up. I told him to get his affairs in order because we both were going up the river. That's how he said those magic words. Where are you? Don't do anything until we've had a chance to meet face to face. It took a lot not to burst into laughter. Just like that, I caught my fish. The voice instructed that Gary come to the house at 12:18, be no later until 23. If he was, it said not to let him into the house. Specific time puzzled Gary, but he said it would be no problem. Good. After he hung up, I took a small bit of satisfaction that Crystal would be sleeping alone tonight and every night after. Honestly, I couldn't wait to see his face when I told him I knew. Gary arrived at exactly 12:18. He looked like a scolded puppy. He was practically teary-eyed. I almost felt bad for him. Who am I kidding? I didn't care one bit. I apologized for not calling me back. I couldn't keep up with all the excuses he threw at me. I kept waiting for a chance to interject, asking the real question. I got him here to answer, but he just kept running his mouth. Can't do this to us, blah blah blah. We're gonna go down for some more negligence. Think about Singer, think about me, my kids, blah blah blah. I'll be honest, it just started to blur together. Oh. I tried to get him to take a seat, but he kept circling the living room. He sat just in front of the television. I knew I needed to shut him up before the static gobbled him up. And finally he shut his mouth, long enough for me to get one word out. I told him I wasn't going to the police. He instantly let out a sigh of relief. Then this is about the divorce, he asked. I could see he was relieved, but I could see the concern, the guilt. I smiled and told him, not exactly. That just made him more confused. Look, he said, I don't think it's wise to associate with anyone from Dunnington. Things just don't look good for my firm. Representing you isn't the image I want right now. Sorry. I told him to cut the crap. I told him I knew about him and Crystal. Before he could answer, the voice got greedy. I honestly couldn't tell what caught him more off guard, my question or the voice.
Time to go, Gary.
bye, bitch! Shot from the stop, but it was too late. Instead, I flooded out of the television into the living room. In a matter of minutes, Gary was gone. Bye, Gary. Damn it, you couldn't have waited 5 more minutes.
No, if you didn't notice, but he was about to leave. You had your moment, so I had to take mine. Next time you want to accuse someone of sleeping with your wife, I suggest you get right to the point.
Voice was right. I'm bad at getting revenge.
If it makes you feel any better, Gary is having a bad moment right now. Unfortunately for him, it's never going to get better.
I hope whoever reads this doesn't think less of me, but I laughed at that one too. So what about my son?
July 14th. Crystal will drop Benny off at his daycare. When she picks him up at the end of the day, she will take Thomas Street home. A young man too busy talking on his phone won't be paying attention. It will run right into your wife's car, killing only Benny. Check him out early. Go to a movie, and he will be safe. Might I suggest Chicken Run?
I think the voice was about to leave the living room.
You know, Randall, I'm in such a good mood. I don't mind giving you a freebie. How would you like a job?
Everything I know is wrong or worse? Uh-oh. Today's the day I'm gonna save my son. I'm sure I'm gonna catch hell from Crystal, but it'll be worth it. Besides, it'll be good for us to catch up. I haven't heard from her since Gary relocated. And he called me just before I left, which surprised me. He didn't seem too bothered. I was taking a personal day. He didn't want to chat about work, he wanted to talk about Gary. Seems a big-time lawyer has been missing for a few days, and no one knew anything. It was like he disappeared. Imagine that. I feigned concern, but really I was reflecting on how I disposed of Gary's car in much the same way I made Ralph's truck disappear. Honestly, most of the conversation went in one ear and out the other. I just didn't care. I know exactly where poor Gary is. In fact, there's a lot of people disappearing at Kate's Crossing. It's just one of those things you get used to if you're going to call this place home. I was about to get off the phone, but he mentioned something that stopped me cold, and he said that Gary was the second person he knew to disappear recently. Again, in a crossing, that's not really all that special, but when he asked me if I knew a Ralph Gonzalez, well, that just hit a little too close to home. Just get used to the disappearances, says a random person. Why the fuck do people still live here? I don't know. And it had to be a coincidence, had to be there just to be thousands of people called Ralph in Kate's Crossing. And he explained to me that Ralph was a sub for Kate's Crossing Housing. Before that, he worked for Duncan Construction, and wouldn't you know it, he was a part of the food chain, the one I sat on top of. This Ralph and my Ralph can't be the same person, though. It can't be. But what if he is? ask the voice about this later, after I save my son. I'm an idiot. I'm a damn idiot. I deserve every bad thing that's ever happened to me. I did just as the voice instructed, checked Benny out of school, and then we went to see Chicken Run. Of course, my son off for the movie when I turned it on. It went off like a slot machine. There were dozens of missed calls and messages, all from Crystal. She called me every name under the sun. God help me out. I love making her squirm. That little bit of misery seemed justified in my opinion, but maybe I'm a little biased. Took Benny to the burger shack while we waited for our food. I called her. She was furious. I let her scream and holler. The madder she got, the bigger my smile got. She finally cooled off enough for me to get a word in. I dropped my bombshell. I told her I heard Gary was missing. She merely replied with, "Who?" I, of course, not falling for a bit of theatrics, and I insisted she had to remember Gary from the construction. She said she didn't. Now I was getting angry again. I took the voice's advice. I stopped being around the bush, so to speak. I told her I knew she was sleeping with Gary. That's when I heard her laugh. That only laugh only Crystal could do. I didn't want to hear her say it to know that I was wrong. She wasn't sleeping with Gary. Oh. She told me it was Mike Singer. She was right. It did hurt. But before I could say another word, I heard a terrible screech, then nothing. I later found out that Crystal was an accident. She died on the scene. There's a man worse than realizing let himself be tricked, but why? Oh, think about it. Remember, there was a person who was distracted on the phone and crashed into another car. So the static changed it from a man to his wife. Oh my god. Why would he do this to me? And now I'm sure Ralph Andy spoke of in the one in the static was the same person. I definitely needed to have a conversation with the voice and maybe cut our friendship short.
Don't do that, he'll eat you.
Maybe if you plugged in TV, it might not work. He might not be able to eat you. Just unplug it and get rid of your TVs. Don't have a TV again. Friendship over. I left Benny with his grandmother, sad sight. I didn't think the woman was capable of crying, honestly. She never liked me. No love lost. The feeling is more mutual, but there's no need to be nasty. She just lost a child. Fair enough. Even crappy people like Crystal are someone's baby. I know it's harsh to comment since she just passed, but it's true. Someone will say the same thing about me one day. I called Winnie. She was excited to hear from me. That was an unusual feeling. I could tell she wanted me to ask her on a date, but I feel this woman didn't need my problems. Instead, I got right to the point. I asked her what she did for a living. She was an inspector for parish crap. I knew where this was going, but I had to see it through. The voice will use whatever I don't know against me that I can count on. I also asked her about her ex-husband. She asked if he was dead. Wasn't. Figures. I asked her if she took bribes from Dunnington. She simply asked, who told you that? That sounded like yes to me. I couldn't say the TV told me, so I told her who I really was. She asked me never to call her again. Fair enough. Good call. This isn't coincidence. Can't be.
The voice was probably killed by Dunnington Construction.
Probably.
wondering if Benny was safe.
Cut the yak, you know damn well he's safe, and Crystal is dead.
I do. And you're welcome.
How dare you say that to me? I thought you were going to help me get her back.
I did say that. But I've looked into every future. It always ends bad for you, Randall.
Bitch.
As long as she was in the picture, she would have found a way to ruin you. Every single time. She was a cancer in your life, my friend. And I cut her out.
No, I don't believe you. I still loved her.
A part of you might have loved her, but she hated you more. Give it a few weeks, and she'll be forgotten.
I know Gary wasn't sleeping with Crystal. It was Mike. Explain that.
Look how easy he ignored you, Randall. He wanted to conveniently clean up his image when it suited him. Gary deserved what he got. Believe me. Mike will get what he deserves. In time. If you didn't bring Gary to me, he would have lived his whole miserable life and never got what he deserved. Tell me, how could that ever be fair?
Might be right. Ruff and Wendy, why didn't you tell me they were connected to Dinyton?
Maybe it's just a coincidence. Or maybe it was just bad luck, Randall. Think of that.
You know I don't believe that.
Well, I do. Let me tell you a story about bad luck. About a single dad raising a shy teenage son. A great kid. A beautiful kid with his whole life ahead of him. A kid better than his father would ever be. It's been rough since his mom died. For both of us. There he was, about to graduate, a year away from starting college at CCU. Full ride. I was so proud. I was at work when I heard the news about the ceiling in the high school collapsing. I thought the worst, but nothing prepares you for the hopelessness of when the worst is confirmed. How could this happen? How? Who's to blame? Dunnington was to blame. How do you think it feels to see the people responsible get away with murder? What did you get? Fines? Lose your jobs? Yeah, some people went to jail, but you don't have to be dead to know it was all a joke. I prayed for answers. I asked for revenge. God or the devil answered. But the eye with many heads did. It said it would give me my revenge. I just needed to give myself to it. So I did. Here I am, Randall.
So you aren't Bankston.
I would think that's obvious by now.
Who are you then?
You didn't bother to learn my son's name when it mattered. Why should I give you mine now?
Sorry about your kid.
Oh, I bet you are, Randall. Sorry doesn't bring him back, does it? I admit it, Randall. I was hoping to get a few more of you. But I guess I'll have to be satisfied with Ralph, Gary, and your wife.
Grab my bat, I knew This had to end. My son was going to live here, and he would not be safe with this thing in the house.
Wait, Randall, wait. I can still help you. You give me more than one's responsible, and I'll keep rewarding you. Consider that your penance for allowing this to happen.
No, I can't trust you.
That's probably the smartest thing you've ever said. And you're right. You can't. So as a dad, I'll throw you one last chance to make this right. Give yourself to me. Right now. And all will be forgiven. Or smash the TV and return to the background. But know this. We will not be even. You will have a debt with me. You will still have to pay.
Sorry, but no deal. I smashed the TV into 1,000 pieces, burned it, and then buried what was left. I was free. Only the dead should know the future. The living should only be concerned with the present, and from now on, this is exactly how I'm going to live my life. I think I'll be happier. In fact, I know I will. I have Benny back, and I need to do better for him. I will do better for him. I have to. The end. There's still some time left, so is there gonna be epilogue?
We'll find out.
Oh, made you look. It's been a little while since I've written, really hasn't been a need. It's been pretty good. Yeah, there's a bump here and there, but I can't complain. Benny is adjusting as well as expected. I hear him crying some nights for his mom, but it has gotten less and less. I can say whatever I want about Crystal, but she was a good mom. Once the old house sells, I'm going to get us another place. Hopefully by Christmas it'll be somewhere else. I've had too many bad memories in this place. There's no way I can be comfortable here. I think it's somewhere outside of Gates Crossing. I don't mind commuting a little farther to work. Yes, get out of Gates Crossing. It's taking some convincing, but I got us a new television. It probably wouldn't surprise anyone, but I wasn't too keen on keeping a new one. Getting a new one, however, Benny usually gets what he wants. Oh no. Benny's gonna get taken, isn't he? Regardless, I'll keep it in my room at night. Better safe than sorry. School shopping, Benny's excited to be going to public school. Good thing, because I can't afford private. Maybe if I land a promotion, my situation might change, but I don't think I've put time in with the company. We'll see, I guess. Month passed and nothing. I think the voice was attached to old television. I doubt that thing could keep quiet this long. I started seeing another woman. Celeste is her name. She's good people, making another single parent, trying to make it. Our kids get along, and I like the way she treats Benny. Every Thanksgiving, Celeste and I cooked while Chris and Benny threw the football. It was a nice day. I can't remember the last time I had a day like this. Merry Christmas house still hasn't sold, but I didn't let that spoil my holiday. We opened presents, ate fried chicken, and watched old Christmas movies on our new VHS. I think Celeste might be the real deal. She might be the right one for me. It's hard to believe. I'm happy I got away with doing a lot of bad things. Seem fair, but maybe that's the point. Life isn't fair. It's not about what we deserve, but what we get for ourselves. I know I'll meet the voice again in the next life. I imagine it'll be waiting for me on the other side, ready to settle old debts. Fair enough, I deserve it, but I'll push that day off as long as possible. I thought about looking up the name of his son and him, but what could one do? It's the past, and I'd rather continue to focus on the present. Happy New Year. Andy has informed me I'm getting promoted. After all, big raise, more benefits. If I can sell the old house, I'll have my old life back. I guess it does just take a little hard work. House is sold, finally. Benny and I are out of here. I'm looking at a place in Springfield or Livingston, maybe even St. Tammy. Wherever it is, it's better. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah. On. I didn't read the last part. Wherever it is, it won't be in Crossing. Okay. 4 minutes left. I went to bed that night. Very happy that night. Uh-oh. I woke up to heard something familiar. I looked at the time. It was midnight. My blood ran cold. The sound was coming from Benny's room. Oh no. He was watching TV in his room. I begged him to let Benny go.
My poor Randall. I'm sure you know that's not possible. Every moment was designed by me to get both of you here. Ralph, Gary, your wife, even your job was all part of the plan. I only waited so long because I wanted you to think you were going to get everything you lost. But instead, Randall, you are going to get everything you deserve.
No, damn it. But why him? He was innocent. He didn't deserve this.
Because this is what's fair, Randall. That's what it's always been about.
Please give him back. I'll do anything. Just don't make him pay for my sins.
There's nothing you can do for him, except join him.
That's right. I can't let Benny be alone in there. I have to go to him. This is my last entry. I've left these tapes and floppies behind for anyone that might come looking for me. Celeste, Andy, anyone, please just forget about me. You don't want to stay in your life. Can't help but wonder what hell I'll find myself. I imagine Gary and Ralph will be excited to see me in the static.
He didn't even fight back.
Nope. There are no more entries as far as I can tell. No one came looking for Randall. He and Benny became just another missing persons case in Kate's Crossing. But as creepy as his entries are, they are not why I urge caution when viewing these videos. That's what I found out at the end.
Hello, Paul. I knew you'd find these tapes eventually. You'll make it possible for others to see. Thank you for that. I have something I'd like to say to all those watching. To all those who will be watching. I can help you see the future. Just go to your television. Speak to the static. Ask me for help. I may come to you if you're willing to pay the price.
Sorry to share this with you. I'm destroying the originals. I suggest you ignore the copies. And that's it.